Who do you got there?
Yeah.
Here, show who that is. Who is that?
Chase.
Hey everybody, Lila and John here, or Daddy. And we're out here taking care of the goats, and here's the intro to our video. I hope you enjoy it. In this video, we'll be showing you how we put the pen together for the bucks. It was a pretty muddy Saturday, but we were still able to work around that and get this project done. Throughout this video, I will be describing what all we had to do in order to get this pen put together. Right here, I had to dig out some dirt because there was a little hill where they had put in the well, and it wasn't allowing that piece of the fence to set level with the other piece that is attached to the post right there. But once I was able to get that dirt dug out, then I was able to get it set level.
Maggie. Did
you find Maggie?
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't yet?
Lila was being our little helper, getting things for us that weren't too big or too heavy for her to carry. And also the whole time she was looking for Maggie frantically.
She's way over there. She's right over there with the phone.
I'm headed back to the land right now. It took us about an hour and a half or so to do all that. And then we went home, ate some lunch. Lila laid down for a nap. And then Addison's staying home with her, and I'm headed back to the land now. My in-laws are there right now, about to start drilling the posts for the gate, for the bug pen that we built the fence for. So I'm headed back there now to go help them out, and we'll see how much we can get done today. The first thing we had to do was get our marks on the concrete exactly where we wanted our post feet to go. After that, we grabbed a hammer drill with a 1/2-inch bit and drilled into the concrete where the holes needed to go, where the 1/2-inch bolts would hammer into the ground. Blowing away all the dust around the bit keeps it from falling inside the hole. And you also want to make sure to do that so that your bolts can go all the way inside. One of the things we realized that made this a little bit difficult is the fact that whenever we were drilling, it was really hard to keep the hammer drill straight up and down. As you can see right here, it was a little challenging to keep our hammer drill perfectly up and down, level and straight, to where the bolts would go into the ground straight. So what that did was it made it difficult for us to put the post foot over the bolts where they fit just right. And as you'll see in just a minute, we ran into a little trouble with that. So the bolts were a little bit too wide to where we could not get them lined up with all 4 holes. We tried hitting the bolts further into the ground, but they were as far as they could go. We also tried to hit them on the side, but we didn't want to mess up the threads and not be able to get our nut on later.
Yeah, thinking if I could get it going there first.
So it was a little problem solving. We were able to get a unibit and wallow out the hole on the foot to get it to fit over all of the bolts.
Almost
there. It took a little trial and error, but we were able to work on it and get the holes big enough to where eventually they could line up and not scratch up or mess up any of the threads on the bolts. And so after we were able to get the holes big enough, we finally got it to fit on there correctly to where we could tighten it down to the ground.
Do you want me to go get a...
My in-laws did learn later that the way to do it correctly is to put the foot on the ground first after you drilled your holes and then hammer in all of your bolts. That way, and then go ahead and screw your nuts on. Then that way everything is already on, and then you can screw your nuts all the way down and be able to tighten it all the way to the ground. For example, right here, where we didn't do that, the bolt mushroomed out a little bit on that one bolt there to the left, and we weren't able to screw it on all the way the same way we are on the one on the right. Unfortunately, this resulted into us not being able to twist the nut on and just get it past those first messed up couple threads, because the entire bolt was spinning, as you can see right here. So that really messed us up. But this was an easy fix. All we had to do was cut off the top, and then we were able to screw on the nut. We are in business. That worked. Just enough. It's definitely tightening. There we go. After we got all the nuts tightened up, we put the 4x4 post inside, and then we screwed it down at the bottom to make sure it was secure. One down and then one more to go. After that, we were good to go to screw the fence to the post. So according to Goldie here, she thought that the hay on the other side of this cattle panel tastes better than the hay on the inside. And we all got a kick out of that. I guess the hay is hayier on the other side. Before moving on to the next post foot, we went ahead and put this post in the back, and it just went straight into the dirt. So we had a piece of wood on top to make sure it wouldn't mushroom whenever we nailed it in. And then with the mud on the ground, this worked in our favor to make it easier to drive in. Looks like the cat found a comfy place to sit. Are you comfy, Chase? Are you comfy inside my bag there? I don't know what it is with cats and tool bags, but there's been a couple jobs I've been on where there's been a wandering cat and they always end up inside one of our tool bags, just hanging out. Just like Chase is right now. Hey guys, hope y'all really enjoyed that video. Hit like and subscribe and comment, and we'll see y'all next time.